Channel. So I know it's an odd angle today, but I wanted to be able to stand up for this video because I'm done with my blanket and I wanted to be able to hopefully hold it up and show you guys what it looks like. So I figured that would be easier if I'm standing up. But if y'all could see the thing I have my phone on, I'm surprised that it's held up because I literally have like a window AC unit, like one that you put the tube out or the hose out the window sort of, and then you have like a stand-up AC. I have that with a box of yarn, with like a box that my yarn wander came in, with like my planner on top of that, and like a candle on top of that, and then my phone holder on top of that. So let's just pray it doesn't fly or fall over during this video. But anyway, let's get started. So in my last update I told you all that my main priority was going to be the blanket, which I just finished it today, so super excited about that. I will show you that at the end though. So the other thing I worked on was my pillowcase, and you can see here this is where I was before. So I only did about 7 more rows on this. That's what it's looking like so far. And I'm almost done with this. I measured it the other day when I was working on it, and I only have about 4-ish inches to go on the front panel. And then of course I have to make the back panel, which it's going to be a lot simpler than the mosaic stitch, so it won't take as long. Okay, sorry, I had a call coming through. So it won't take as long to do the back. So hopefully I will have this pillowcase done pretty soon. So I'm really excited about that. I've never made a pillowcase before, so I think it'll just be really fun to see this sitting on my bed every day and be able to look at something that I created. And okay, the next thing is my swimsuit cover up. I didn't work too much on this either, just because I just was trying to focus on that blanket mainly. But I did, see, there's my stitch marker from last time. So I did about 3 more rows, but that's still going good. I'm not in a huge rush to get this done. We're not going on vacation for about 6 more weeks, so I have a while to get this done. But here in the next couple weeks it'll definitely be a big priority to try to get that done. Okay, and then here's the sweetheart top, I think is what it was called. And if you want to see pictures of what the cover up and this top is supposed to look like, I don't have time today to get this video up today. I don't have time to do a lot of editing to it, so I'm probably not going to insert pictures of it in this video. But if you go back to last week's weekly WIPS update, then you will be able to see the pictures of what this is gonna look like, or should look like, as long as I do it correctly. So here's this so far, and I have a little bit of a story on this. So I got about this far into it. So you do 30 rows on the front panel before you start the neckline. And I had got about halfway, so I had gotten about 15 rows done. I was so excited about it. But I realized that there was measurements on how wide it should be on the pattern. Because all I did was go by, you know, I was going to make a size medium. So I just went by what she told me to chain, which I have a bad habit. Let me know if you guys are the same way, but I don't like to do test swatches or check my gauge. I did on the pillowcase, thankfully, and that saved me a lot of trouble, but I should have done it on this as well. But I did not take the time to check the gauge and realized that, and I didn't see the measurements, or I guess I just read over the measurements and didn't think it mattered that much whenever I was first looking over the pattern. And then I realized that it was way too wide. I wanted to make a medium, and it was coming out as wide as I think the extra large, and I knew that wouldn't work, so I had to rip the entire thing out. So that was fun, all that work. And so I'm finally back to where I was when I had to frog it all. But one thing I really love about this is you can just see the drape on it. Like, whenever I'm crocheting it, it just is so floppy, which is amazing because that's exactly what you want in a top. So this is made with, and I didn't know because she used the True Boo from, I think, Lion Brand. I could be getting that wrong, but I think it is. And I chose to use the Yarn Bee Bambootiful. I hate saying that. It sounds so stupid, but I get it. It's supposed to be like bamboo and beautiful. I get it, but I just sound dumb saying it. So I used the Bambootiful yarn, and I didn't know if it would be comparable because I think the True Boo is like 100% like whatever from bamboo, and this is like half cotton and half viscose from bamboo, I think. So I'm very happy though with the drape on this. And now I have measured it, and it is still, I ended up going to the small pattern. I was doing the medium, but since it was turning out so big, I chose to do the small one. And it's still a little big, but it's gonna be fine, I think. It's still measuring out to be about what the medium would be. But anyway, enough about that one. Now on to the most exciting thing, my scrap can. So I've said this before, but I'm gonna do a dedicated video showing you how I made it, some up close pictures of it, and I'm gonna hopefully get like some video and some pictures of it, of me outside, so you can really see the whole thing in natural light. So I created my first short and uploaded it today on this blanket, but the lighting in my house is not that great. I literally have to stand in where my window is in my room to get any type of good lighting. Like the rest of the house has none, it seems like. So the colors weren't really true to what they actually are in that video. It's a lot prettier in natural light. So I definitely want to get some good pictures and video of that. So stay tuned for that. It may be a week or two before it's out, but I'm excited about that. But let me just show you. And I haven't done it yet because I literally just completed this. But I'm going to count how many rows I did as well as the dimensions on it and everything, and I'll include that in the video that's dedicated for this blanket. I still don't feel like this is going to be easy to show you guys in this video, but okay. So I wanted it to be taller than me, and again, I haven't measured it yet, but I wanted to be able to hold it over my head up like this with it and have it touch all the way to the floor. It's because my husband is 6 foot tall, so I wanted it to be comfortable for him to use it too, and where it would cover his whole body. But okay, so here's my most recent rows that I did, and I'm gonna try. This is heavy too because you use 2 strands, so it is like a workout to hold this thing up. But I'm just gonna slowly lift it up, and then once I get to half, I'll like fold it over. Okay, let me, this thing. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's more of it. Okay. There's the rest of it. Hopefully you can see that. Like I said, it's taller than me, so it's kind of hard for me to lift it up to show you all the bottom without folding it over. Okay, but basically this thing is amazing. Like, by far the biggest blanket I've ever made. I've only made like a baby blanket, and I think I made a little throw blanket for my grandparents one year for Christmas. I made it like a throw blanket for my mom last year, but that's about it. So by far the biggest blanket. I used so much scrap yarn, like it used up so much of my yarn. It's amazing. Like, I definitely can't wait to start another one of these because it's such a mindless thing to just do rows and rows of half double crochets, and it's so rewarding and fun to just choose a random color and watch it come together and see how it's turning out. The only thing I had to pay for with this, you know, normally a blanket of this size, if you bought all the yarn to make this, you're talking about like probably, I would think every bit of like $30 to $50, depending on what type of yarn you know, that you're using. Probably more like 50, or it could be more. But it used so much scrap yarn. The only thing I bought was the mainstay, was the white, so I used white all the way through it. So the mainstays white is like $5.44 for the big skein, and I bought 2 of those. I went through 2 of the big skeins, which those are like over 1,000 yards, I think. And then I used a little bit off another skein that I had. And before that, I actually had some white, like some scrap white that I used up. So like for just the white, we're looking at like probably 2,500 yards or something for just the white. So I only spent though about $15 on the white, I guess. Maybe even a little bit less. So that's awesome. I did buy like 1 or 2 colors that I found on, one of them I found on clearance at Joann for like $1.97, and then I bought like, I had a Craft Smart one that I used, so a couple dollars there, but everything else was scrap yarn. So really excited about this. I mean, you all know how it feels to get a project done, especially a big project, and this is like the fastest I've ever made a blanket. It literally took me a year to make the one I gave my mom because I just didn't work on it super consistently. But this was just so fun, like watching all the colors come together, and it was just so easy and mindless, and doing the mosaic crochet and trying out all these new patterns, it really worked my mind. And so I would get a headache and stuff just because I was focusing so hard on what I was doing. So like it was so nice to just pick this up and just be able to fly right through it. So I am in love with this. I really hope you all love it too. And I can't wait to get that video out for you guys showing you how to do this. And because I really think anybody could do this, from beginner, and I think even like advanced people would enjoy this as well, because it's fun. Yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I've been working on this week, and to finally see the blanket be finished, I hope you all enjoy that. I've been showing it to you all since I started YouTube about 2 months ago. I had started the blanket not long before I started YouTube, so I guess this is kind of a special project for me because it kind of came along with me in the first couple months of my YouTube journey. I would love to know if there's any projects that you're working on. Just leave me a comment and let me know, whether it be crocheting or knitting or any other type of craft. I would love to hear what you're working on. I'm always so interested in seeing and hearing about what other people are doing with their hobbies. And I pray that you guys have a great rest of your Monday, and may God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.